We'll use the Onshape Revolve feature to create this part. Okay, we'll use the front plane here and draw the profile of this part and revolve it and make some cutouts. So I have already made a sketch here. Look at normal 2. So here is the copy of the drawing. So the first thing I do usually is to create a centerline. When I do the revolve, I like to draw centerline first. I'll tell you why centerline is useful later. Okay, so you only need to draw the half of the part. You don't draw the whole thing, the half of the one. So I'll start drawing an arc. Maybe center point arc would be good. So starting from the center, draw a line somewhere like here. It doesn't have to be exact. Just draw the shape of the outer profile. And here it goes down, but the thing is there's a step at the end, so I'll just create a whole thing as a cylindrical thing and then make the cutout later. And one of the things easily miss is the close line that is closing this profile. Otherwise, Onshape would not know how to fill the material. So make sure you draw a line that closing the whole profile. Right? And we need to add a dimension. The diameter of this one is 15. So if I click on this line, and if I select the center line, this is radius, but if you move your cursor down, that's diameter. That's one of the things that I like to use a center line, because you can directly use the diametral dimension. Okay, this is possible because one of the selection is a center line. If there are like 2 solid lines, this won't work. Okay, so select the center line, and this will be 15. Okay, and from this point to the center line again, I'll keep doing it. That's going to be 25. And this radius here, SR stands for spherical radius. So here it's just a radius 15. From here to that point is 47. And from this point to that point is 18. And this whole length is gonna be 30. Okay, remember that we're gonna add this cutout later. So everything is fully constrained. Now we need to go to revolve. Okay, select the revolve, and you need to select 2. One is the sketch, and the other is revolve axis. So I want to show the sketch, so you need to select the sketch, and revolve axis the axis, or this center line or just line, it doesn't matter. That I want a full revolve, say OK, and then you got the base part. So I'm gonna hide that sketch and also other planes to hide. I need to create this cut, so I will select a front plane again and create a sketch. I look at normal to it, and basically I'm going to draw a rectangle here and cut it both sides. But this won't align the top line here. So if I try to select the top silhouette line, it doesn't work. So in that case, what you need to do is you need to use this use project convert tool, and what it does is whatever you select, the entity, model entity, that will be projected onto your sketching plane and becomes a sketch segment. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I use that, and I'll just trim out this one. And actually I should have drawn that, but I just drew it, so I'm going to trim it out here. Alright, and then I need to draw, well, it doesn't matter, you just draw that and select this line and the vertical model edge and make them coincident. Okay, so this line and that line are completely aligned. I need to add a dimension. Okay, here this width is 15 and depth is 7. So this width is 15. And actually I need another rectangle here. Same one. So instead of drawing it again, I could draw a center line. Okay, and then I can mirror this about the center line. Okay. Alright, and the distance between those two lines is 7. So between the two lines is 7. And this one still moves like that, so I was wondering why that one is blue, and you need to grab and move it, see how it moves. So it turns out that this line didn't have vertical constraint. I need to add vertical. That'll completely fully constrain the sketch. Only these two endpoints are blue, but that's fine. It's just endpoints of a center line. So I can use that and add a extrude cut. I need to remove it, and I need to remove it through all, but that's just one direction. I need to cut the other way. So choose the second position and also through all. Second end position and through all, it'll create this kind of, we'll create this side cut. So in order to do that, it's probably better to look at, create a sketch at the end plane surface. So create a sketch there and look at normal too. And now I need to draw these two parallel lines. So I will draw a line here. I want that to be completely, the endpoint should be on there, but it may not be easy to do that. So again, you will use this use project convert tool and select the outer silhouette of that sphere. And now that becomes a sketch entity, which is a circle. And now I need to trim out. I'm going to look at normal to it again. Draw another line here. Draw like that and add a vertical constraint. Okay, and the distance between those two is 20, but that has to be centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a center line in the middle, vertical center line, select 3 together and make sure that they are symmetric about the center line. Okay, so that if one moves, the other follows. And then add the dimension between these two lines. That will be 20. Okay, trim out. I like to have like clean sketches. Alright, so we have these two regions defined. So I'm gonna do extrusion. We need to remove the material all the way through all. Okay. To the left is this hole, these two holes. So I will use this side plane. I'm going to hide that reference plane. So I'm going to create another sketch, normal to the sketch. Make sure the center aligned, dimension. And what's the dimension for that? 12. 12. Again, remove through all. Alright, and the last is using this as a sketching plane, normal to sketch. So you draw a circle here, and where is it located? Here to the tip, 7.5 and 5 millimeter diameter. So add a dimension from here to the center, 7.5, and its diameter is 5. So I'm gonna add and remove through all, and I got this part.